Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayati girim Yat kripa tamaham bande paramananda madhavam. I bow down to Krishna, by whose grace the lame scale mountain and the dumb become eloquent. May Krishna be the guide of our life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be to all. This morning our subject is Thoughts on the Gita, part 127. We are studying Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, named Moksha Yoga, liberation through renunciation. Liberation. The first chapter of the Gita was Pishad Yoga, chapter on grief, despondency, melancholy, sorrow. It started from that suffering, pain, misery, and last chapter is liberation. Suffering is inevitable. No human beings in this world you find without suffering. There are three kinds of sufferings. First, adhyatmika, suffering connected with the body and the mind. Adibhutika, suffering comes from other beings. Tiger, lion, other bad people, they also give us sufferings. War. Adhidoivika, suffering from terrestrial. Tornado, earthquake. It comes and gives us suffering. So being tormented by these three kinds of suffering, a question arose in human mind. How to get rid of the suffering? That is the question. Suffering will stop when you are liberated. Mukti. That Krishna wants us to have. Liberation, mukti, from all kinds of suffering, pain. All religions promise this mukti. You may go to heaven or somewhere else. We want to get rid of the suffering. We have already started. Krishna mentioned 6 things. First, knowledge. There are 3 kinds of knowledge: Sattvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. Then 3 kinds of karma: Sattvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. 3 types of karta: Sattvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. 3 types of buddhi, intellect: Sattvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. 3 types of dhriti, fortitude. And 3 types of joy, happiness. So he is telling, if you have sattvik knowledge, good knowledge, knowledge of oneness, then he defines us sattvik karma, good karma, sattvik karta, you must be a good doer, agent, Sattik buddhi, good buddhi, intellect, which always takes you to God. Sattik dhriti, fortitude. You will have to hold on. But hold on. That's also bad, good, bad, all this, of course. I want to realize God, I want to go to Vedanta, I want to hold my spiritual life, I shall never give up. Another person says, I must go to tavern and drink alcohol, I shall never give up. If some people are holding their bad habits, they will never give up. That is bad. Dhriti, I am talking about. Dhriti means fortitude, which you are holding. You are mixing bad people. And Shuk, happiness. Sattik happiness, Rajasic happiness, Tamasic happiness. But happiness also three kinds, of course. Sattik happiness, Krishna says, Agre Vishamiva Puriname Amritopamo. In the beginning it is like poison, very bad, very hard. But at the end, tremendous peace and bliss. Spiritual life. Swami says, go to the shrine and sit and meditate and repeat your mantra. Swami, I may have all sitting there, all aches and pain. Have some aches and pain for the time being. Then you will get peace and joy. Rajasic, Shuk, enjoyment, drink, party, do whatever you like. That also brings Shuk, happiness. That is Rajasic happiness. Your mind will be scattered all directions. And desire for enjoyment will come more and more and more. Desire cannot be satiated by desire. As fire cannot be extinguished by pouring butter. It increases more and more and more. Unending human desire, insatiable. Then, tamasic Shuk. Some people love opium, drug. They get happiness there. Alcohol. They get happiness. Otherwise, why do they drink? Just see, tamasic happiness. Krishna explained very clearly, look, all human beings, the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Sometimes I say people read psychology. Read 14th chapter of the Gita, then you can see your own face, what kind of person you are. You will not have to pay $100 to a psychiatrist. You exactly know what kind of person you are. So those things we already studied. So today we shall start with verse 30. Buddhi, intellect. How many kinds of intellect do you have? Do you know? Well, I have one intellect, Swami. प्रवृत्तिम च निवृत्तिम च कर्जा कर्जे भया वही बंध मोक्षम च जहाँ वेत्ति बुद्धि सा पार्थ सात्विकी. That intellect which knows the paths of external work and inward meditation, right and wrong action, fear and fearlessness, bondage and liberation, O Partha, is Sattiki. You know what does Buddhi do? Buddhi is called discriminative faculty. which is good, which is bad. That is the job of the buddhi, intellect. No, that is bad, I shall not do it. This is good, I shall do it. I sometimes give an example. Here is a camera. I want to focus on your face. What I am doing, I am moving my lens. The moment I say right focus, I click it. That is the way you take picture. So the clicking is buddhi, and the focusing is the mind. Focusing and clicking, which is the buddhi. No, that is right focus. Click it. That is the job of a buddhi. Buddhi is the highest point in the human faculty. All the sense organs, then comes mind, and then comes buddhi. A buddhi, sharp intellect. Sometimes you find some students, they do their homework in no time, very short, very fast, bright, extremely bright, intelligent, sharp. Another is gross. You might have a good guru, but if you are not good, it will not work. You will have to be a good student. You have a very great teachers, but you do not practice. Look, I read a book, Ravi Shankar's My Music, My Life. Oof. His guru was Alauddin Khan, great musician. 16 hours a day, you will have to practice. Sometimes he says, I would fall asleep, my teacher used to come and whip me. Get up, practice. Then he became a great teacher. Only a good student can be a good teacher. Buddhi. You know, when we talk, all these people, they understand according to their mental makeup. Buddhi. Some people get it very quickly, and somebody, they are confused. All difference of buddhi. In the Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, they say there are 4 kinds of buddhi. First, stone intellect. Here is a piece of stone, you hammer it. The nail will break. It will not penetrate into the stone. That is the most stupid intellect. The teaching does not go inside. Stone intellect. Second, rubber intellect. Here is a rubber. You hit the nail will go inside, then it will come out. There are some people, their intellects are like rubber. It goes, comes out. It does not just stay. The third kind of intellect is leather intellect. You hit the nail, it will penetrate. It will go that much which you hammer. But this much, it will stay there. It does not go through. Very limited intellect. Fourth kind of intellect is called oily intellect. Example, here is a bucket of water. You put 1 drop of oil. What will happen? The oil will spread instantly on the surface of the water. It just spreads very fast. Do you know what that means? it means that intellect has tremendous grasping power. It comprehends very quickly, very fast, and absorbs. Very interesting how our ancient scriptures compared human intellect in these ways. Intellect. A difference between man and man is a difference of intellect. We sometimes understands, forgets. We do not have that power of retention. What does buddhi do? Our scripture says, buddhi satpaksha patini. Buddhi, this intellect, will always try to show you what is right. Who decides what is right, what is wrong? Buddhi, intellect. I sometimes give this illustration of Swami Vivekananda. What is right, what is wrong? The thing which makes you strong, that is right. And the thing which makes you weak, that is wrong. When you do something, your conscience tells you, you did right. When you lie or steal, you know that you are doing wrong. All the buddhi is telling us. So pravritti, nivritti, path of enjoyment and path of renunciation, what is right work, what is wrong work, what is fear, what is fearlessness, what is bondage, what is liberation. This buddhi separates them, differentiates them, and tells us that go this way. Very interesting. Pravritti marga. That is Sattvic buddhi. What is that? That intellect which knows action, withdrawal from action, what is to be done, what is not to be done, fear and fearlessness, bondage and liberation. That intellect which understands all this, Arjuna, is Sattvic. You know, some people do not understand what is good and bad. Their buddhi, intellect is so dull. I do not know what I am doing. If somebody says it is bad, don't do it, still he does that. Why? But I have no control. That Arjuna, that Duryodhana told Krishna. What is good, I know. What is bad, that also I know. What is dharma, I know. What is adharma, unrighteousness, I know. But I am so much involved with adharma, I cannot stop it. My mind goes this adharma. I have no control. You guide me. Sometimes we see in this world how people behave. Sometimes I say, people learn through three ways: seeing, hearing, suffering. Seeing that a person, an alcoholic, got cirrhosis of liver. I see that person. I got knowledge. I shall not drink. Hearing. Some people, somebody came and gave an illustration. She did such a bad thing, he had to go to jail. I know that what kind of action he did. Still, that person is also a teacher. A fallen yogi is also a teacher. He is teaching, don't follow me, you will fall. You know, this buddhi is very, very important. Yatha dharma dharmam cha karye akaryam eva cha ajathavat prajanati buddhi sa partho rajasi. That intellect which has a distorted apprehension of dharma and its opposite, and also of right action and its opposite, O Partha, is rajasic. Jihad, I shall kill people. That will go take me to heaven. Just see, that is also buddhi. In Afghanistan, women should not get any education. Just see, the government is putting that buddhi in the minds of the people. What kind of buddhi is this? They are not seeing the whole world. How women's education are important. A bird cannot fly by one wing. 2 wings are necessary. Men and women, both are necessary to form an ideal society. If women are neglected, the whole society will be one-sided. It will not function well. That is called buddhi. Look, those people, the top people, they are in Afghanistan, they are in the top of the government. See what kind of buddhi they have. Fanatics. Some people do not realize. Swamiji wanted that. The Smriti Shastra change according to time. Sri Ramakrishna also said, in olden days, if you have malaria, do you know what you take? Shrinkona. You smash, taking that roots, that trees, that kind of plant, and then smash it, and that juice you drink it. But there came quinine tablet, then quinine injection. Now quinine, what is called, some things by vaccine, so that you will not get any cholera. So we will not change, or here is an antibiotic. Or you will go away and just take the Sinkona juice, you will have to drink. That is Sri Ramakrishna's philosophy. He said, according to time, the thing changes. In olden days, if you have diabetes, no medicine, you die. You have tuberculosis, you die. Now we have medicine. We can cure those diseases. I'm just telling you that some people say, oh no, we shall not take any medication. There are some groups there. They will not take medication. I shall not mention that religious organization. They will not, no, God gave us body, I shall not take any vaccine. I may die with COVID, that is all right, I shall not take vaccine. Bas, die, fine. Or my friend says, my doctor friend says, Swami, that is the way our Uncle Sam will save money. They will not have to pay the social security. My doctor friend tells me, Swami, let them die. Funny. Have common sense. How some kind of really, I sometimes wonder that, do you know what is necessary? Education. Education. These people are not educated. Buddhi. Adharmam dharmam iti yam anyati tamasabrita javar sarvarthan viparitangsha buddhi sa partharatamusi. That intellect which enveloped in darkness regards adharma as dharma and views all things in perverted light, O Partha, is tamasic, involved in darkness, dark intellect. Tamasic buddhi. I shall kill you, then I shall go to heaven. Who told you? My teacher told me. Who is your teacher? A fanatic, religious fanatic. I shall go to heaven. Then he was caught, then he was hanged. Where is heaven? Tamasic buddhi, uneducated, unenlightened. That buddhi is covered with darkness. Dhritta jetha dharayati manaha pranendriyo kriyaha yogena abhyabhicharinya dhriti sapartha sattiki. That fortitude by which the functions of the mind, the prana and the senses, O Partha, are regulated, that fortitude, unswerving through yoga, is sattvika. Dhriti. You got lessons from your teacher. Hold it. Hold it. And dive deep. Do not doubt. Sri Ramakrishna said, here is an oyster, pearl oyster. It floats on the top of the ocean. Then it waits for that water, raindrops of the Shati star ascends. When it falls, then this shell closes and goes at the bottom of the ocean. Through the gyration of that water and inside of that pearl oyster forms pearl. So similarly, you take the mantra from your guru and dive deep and develop that pearl, God realization. Sri Ramakrishna told this story. Yesterday I was reading one of the letters. One person in India wrote to me that my guru initiated, I wanted to practice 15,000 japam. I wanted an interview how to do it. I want to this Swami, that Swami to verify. He wanted to verify through me. Do you know what this means? That person does not have full faith in his guru. He wants to evaluate his guru's words through other people. I remember when I was in Hollywood, a person came and said, Swami, my guru says this is my last birth. I said, my goodness. Hold on, young man. I told him. But what do you think about it? Oh, my goodness. You want to evaluate your Guru's words through me. Then he will go to Guru and he report against me to him, you know. Swami Prabhupada disciple. Then I told, you know, let me tell you a common sense. Sri Ramakrishna said, Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother said, if you have a desire to eat a kanji, you will have to come back. Let me ask you, do you have any desire? He says, yes, Swami, I have many desires. Then what will happen? Your Guru says, this is your last birth. Last birth means you have no desire. You will not, no desire to come back to this world. And again you say that you have many desires. So how will you reconcile? I just confused him and just let him go. Because I know that person is very shrewd politician. He wanted to evaluate me. I told him, your Guru says, hold on. Don't try to evaluate with others. But scripture says this, Jnanat moksha. Through the knowledge of Brahman, only you can liberation. And you said, but if your Guru says, that is, if you have that faith, you will be liberated. Why are you asking others? Just see. That is called dhriti. They do not have desire to hold the teachings of the Guru. They do not do and only complain. Swami Brahmananda used to say, after initiation, if somebody writes letter, I do not answer. I tell them, 3 years practice what I said. Then ask questions. Why am I not working? Is it not working? But if you have any question, you must ask your Guru when Guru is alive. It's extremely important. But some people, they do not do anything, only asking questions. Or you do, perceive whether it works or not. I'm talking about dhriti, fortitude. Swami Turiyananda, in one of his letters, mentioned, Thakur ke loiya podiya thako, dekhibe pore ki hoy. Hold on to the master and you will see what will happen to your life. A change is bound to come. And some people, dhare or chhade. I remember one young man, he took initiation from Swami Nikhilananda. Then he took initiation from Asheshananda. Then he took initiation from Dalai Lama. Then he took initiation from a Sufi. Then he became a sheikh. So he came to me in Santa Barbara temple. Swami, I am going to Mokka. Please bless me. I said, you know, you have 3 gurus, Hindu, Buddha, Buddhist, and what is called, and Muslim. And you are a Christian. So one of the 4 people will give you protection. you just go. Sri Ramakrishna told about these people. Some people dig in many places and do not get water. Dig one place, you will get water. Yogena, with one-pointedness, obebicharina, sincerely, hold on to the teachings of your Guru. Dhriti. There was a person named Horicharan Bandyopadhyay. He was in Vishwabharati. 40 years, he was a great scholar, a grammarian. He wrote a dictionary, Bongiyo Shabdakosh, in 2 volumes. Spending 40 years, Rabindranath was asking some people, please give some money to this person. He is doing a marvelous work. 40 years holding one work, which is called Dhriti. Max Muller. He spent 40 years translating Rig Veda into English. That is called Dhriti. Have patience, have patience. Buddhi and Dhriti are close. Dhriti means fortitude. Are close to each other. Buddhi or intellect is the capacity for discrimination. Dhriti or willpower is the motive power that takes us forward. Swami Vivekananda said, the pure and strong will is divine, is God himself. Whoever has such a will is simply a divine person. God himself has got will. Anyhow, Gandhiji, he has tremendous willpower. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritta dharayate Arjuna prasangena phalakangshi dhriti sa partha rajasi. But the fortitude by which one regulates one's mind to dharma or science or values, sensory desires and wealth, desirous of the fruits of each from the attachment, that, O Partha, is rajasic. He is practicing his dharma, just such as Vedic sacrifice, then comes sense enjoyment, money, day and night thinking about the stock market. This kind of dhriti is pravrittimulok, worldly, tamasic. That is rajasic. Jaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha na vimujyati durmedha dhriti sa partha tamasi. That fortitude by which a stupid person does not give up sleep, fear, grief, despondency, and also overweening conceit, O Partha, is tamasic. Swapna. Some people love to sleep. In fact, half of human lifetime stays in bed. Think about your childhood, your regular night sleep, and your sickness and your old age. Half, they calculated in our scriptures that how a human life functions. Half the lifetime we stay in bed. One person told me, Swami, I slept 16 hours. I go, my goodness, 16 hours you slept? How is it possible? But I didn't get up, 16 hours. Tamasic. Some people are all the time depressed, holding on that depression. They do not know how to counteract. That is the reason they go and take some antidepressant, and then those medicines have reaction. those who rose really with that buddhi, dhriti, have a spiritual background, they discriminate and they give up, they shake the bad habits. Shapnam, bhayam, bhai, fear. All the time, oh, somebody is going to poison me, oh, somebody may kill me. Paranoid. I'm holding on that thing. I said, nobody is going to kill you. Still that person thinks, oh, that person will kill me, will poison me. He's cleaning his own food. I interview these people, so I know. Shukam, grief. I know somebody's husband died. She is still holding her husband's clothes. Grief. Hurry, gone. What is wrong? Everybody will die. See, all the time grieving. They do not know how to start new life. My died, what to do? It is not in my hand. Or husband died, what can I do? Shall I have to hold that grief all through my life and suffer and cry, and weeping and weeping? Just open your life. Vishad, depressed. Mod. Mod means mattota. Some people drink and become intoxicated. They do not give up these things. We are talking, they are holding all these bad habits. They won't listen. They will learn through suffering. Not seeing, not hearing. Na bimunchati durmedha. These dull, stupid people will never give up these things. The alcoholic goes to the bad places, immoral, they suffer. Sukham tu idaning trividam shrunu bharatarshab abhyasat ramate yatra dukkhantam na nigochyati. And now hear from me, O scion of Bharatas, Arjuna, also of the threefold happiness, which one learns to enjoy by habit, and by which one comes to the end by pain. Shuk. Is there anybody in this world who does not want happiness? No. Nobody. What is happiness? In the Chandogya Upanishad, there is a story of Narada and Sanat Kumara. Narada went to Sanat Kumara, a knower of Brahman, and told him, Aham shochami, I am submerged in grief. Then Narada Sanat Kumar asked, tell me a little bit about your background. I know 64 branches of learning. Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Jojur Veda, all the Atharva, joto knowledge ache, all I know. But I do not know the Atman, Brahman. Aham shochami. I am grieving. So he asked 21 questions. 21 questions. After that, what is happiness? That I want to know. Sanat Kumar says, Bhumaiva sukham nalpe sukham asti. Happiness is only in the infinite, not in the finite. When ashrutam, shrutam, amatam, matam, agyatam, gatam, tadbhuma, where unseen can be seen, unknown can be known, unheard can be heard. That is Bhuma. Bhuma means vastness, infinite. Happiness only in the infinite, not in the finite objects. What is that happiness? Shwe Mohimni. It is in its own glory. Happiness. No human being is happy in this world, because this world is finite. Real happiness is always in the infinite. Shuk. In the beginning I told people are tormented with three kinds of misery. Now they want shuk, happiness. Jat tat agre vishamiva pariname amritupamam tat sukam sattikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. That which is like poison at first, but like nectar at the end, that happiness is declared to be sattik, which is born of the serenity of the self and intellect. That I told you in the very beginning, that in the beginning, japa, meditation, spiritual disciplines is distasteful. You don't like it. But if you hold it, if you practice it, you will get peace and joy, which you cannot buy in the market. Vishayendriyo sangyogat jattat agre amritopamam pariname vishamivatat sukham rajasam smritam. That happiness which arises from the contact of a sense object and the sense organ, and which is at first like nectar, but at the end is like poison, that happiness is declared to be rajasic. We know in America, sex, drug, instant high. Some people wants to go high. Swami, I feel high. Sex, drug, instant happiness. Pariname, dukkham. At the end, misery, suffering. This kind of thing, strength, beauty, knowledge, medha, ball, utsav, it destroys this kind of happiness. I sometimes say the yogis are very much afraid of comfort. Do you know why? The moment comfort comes to your life, growth will stop. I am comfortable. I not to do anymore. That is an obstacle according to yoga. They call it madhumati. Madhu, at that time it tastes sweetness and stops and forgets the goal. Look how these things come, Rajashikshu. I want to be rich instantly. How? I robbed some person, got all money, and instantly I become a very rich person. Later on, I was caught and sent to jail, lifetime imprisonment. I know that there was a company in Texas. He made $75 million. And that company went out of business. Then he was caught and he was in jail. I think he committed suicide or not, or still he is in jail. He wanted to be rich instantly. Made $75 million. The judge was asking, how did you get this money? Tell me. This is called Rajashikshu. Instant. You do not see the effect. What is coming? Delusion, greed. That is the way it goes. You know, when you read the Bhagavad Gita, and if you think, you can see a good picture of your life, what is going on. Really, you can see. That is the reason I always say Gita is a book of life. Yeah, a few days ago, one lady came for an interview. So I said, you know, when I was in Hollywood in early 70s, a lot of hippies would come. Then I would ask them, hey, do you have American independence? They would look at me. What do you mean? American independence are the 4 things. First, you must have a job. Second, an apartment. Third, a car. Fourth, a telephone. If you have these 4, you have American independence. Now come and meditate with us in the temple. I declared American independence in Hollywood. And I discovered American mantra also in Hollywood. I love you, I miss you. I love you, I miss you. This is American mantra. I used to make jokes sometimes. Rajashik, Tamashik, Shuk, Jadagre Chanubande Sukam Mohanam Atmanaha, Nidra Alasya Pramodotham, Tat Tamasam Udarshitam. That happiness which begins and ends in self-delusion, arising from sleep, indolence, and miscomprehension, that is declared to be tamasic. Yadagre Anubandha, in the beginning and the end, Shukam Mohanam Atmana. Self-delusion. I remember 1st of January, I wanted to see Rose Bowl parade. From Colorado Road, through Colorado Road, the Rose Bowl, a big 4 or 5 miles procession, all actors, actresses. You have seen the 1st of January Rose Bowl parade, all fresh roses, all this fruit. Oof, fantastic. One of the best things in America, I tell you. Rose Bowl parade. So I first came to this country, I wanted to see the Rose Bowl parade. Oh, Swami, you will have to go there 2-3 days in advance and make a, with sleeping bag, you will have to sleep. I don't think so. We are from village, we know how to go there. So early in the morning, 2-3 brahmacharis, myself, we took the car. Then somebody shouted, hey, park here, $10. Somebody's courtyards, you know, we put the car. Then within a mile, not mile, almost opening. At that time they have energy, you see. They can show all their performance. So then through dashing, pushing, I was in the front. I did not sleep 3 days in the sleeping bag. Then I saw that. But that day, do you know what I saw? Then that freeway, 4 lanes, almost there is no car at all. Then I said, what is the matter? Oh, Swami, they drunk last night, they're all sleeping. 1st of January, opening. Freeway, Hollywood freeway, empty. I learned many things in this country. Shukaman, that is called Nidra. And alasya, laziness, that day, most of the American people, they eat good food, 1st of January, and they watch football. Michigan was very good football. So I thought, no. I took some brahmacharis, nearly 7, 8 American brahmacharis in Hollywood. We shall go to Swamiji's house. And we have a retreat there, 1st of January. First we shall watch Rose Bowl, then I shall cook. I used to make khichdi. And in Swamiji's room, meditate. All will meditate. And then I shall, you people, you boys, feed me all the year round. Today I shall feed you. I shall cook for you. You meditate, eat, now go and watch the football. I made that day very sanctified. Then the monks are so happy. Then the nun says, Swami, you take the monks, you did not take us. I go, well, maybe another day. What I wanted to do, that we shall not misuse this precious day. In St. Louis, when I came, we have a Kalpataruja. Morning 6 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock, all these devotees come and repeat mantra japam in the shrine. And 6 to 9, we have a mini retreat. 6 to 7, singing, and then meditation, flower offering. Then I give a talk for an hour. Then 1 hour, devotees bring food, we eat. The whole day we sanctify. 1st of January. That I started. Same thing, Memorial Day, Labor Day, then our Thanksgiving Day, then 25th December, Christmas, and 1st of January. 5 days a year, retreat in the shrine. 1 hour, each devotee will come and repeat mantra. We started. We want to sanctify. I'm just telling you that do not misuse these precious days. Only eating and watching television like couched potato. Lazy bums, eat and drink and misuse your precious day. Tamasic nature. Those who are sattvic, they sleep very little. Sri Ramakrishna used to sleep 2-3 hours a day. Of course, he doesn't. Most of the time he's in Samadhi. Up to this today. So we talk only intellect, buddhi, fortitude, dhriti, and happiness. Where is happiness? We are all seeking happiness. Some happiness is momentary. Titillation of nerves, momentary. But we want infinite, eternal happiness that comes only through God realization. You will float in bliss, in happiness. Purna, Sri Ramakrishna's disciple, wrote a letter to Sri Ramakrishna. Master, I have so much joy, I cannot sleep at night. Sri Ramakrishna said, hey, give that letter to me, let me hand you. Touch that letter. Here is a person cannot sleep out of joy. When this thing comes to your life, you will find what is called a spiritual life. Thank you. Atma me shuddhantam jyotiraham virajabi papma bhuyasam. Antaratma me shuddhantam jyotiraham virajabi papma bhuyasam. Paramatma me shuddhantam jyotiraham virajabi papma bhuyasam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May my body become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my mind become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my soul become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be all. Thank you, everybody. Our doctor says corona started a little bit more in our town. So our secretary sent a letter to all of you. I hope you got it. But please, we are we are suggesting that you must have vaccination, booster will be much better, and try to use mask for your own safety and for our safety. Our doctor suggested, and we are it went down. Again, it has come up a little bit, just for our precaution. That is our suggestion. And now there will be Zoom meeting, and our Swami Shivarchanananda will sit in the library. You can talk to him. You can ask questions to him. And there will be a big screen here. If somebody want to watch the Zoom meeting, that also is okay. Thank you.